I think in this very unsettling, certain world that we all work in, I think just getting one affirmation or reassurance from your parents means everything, no? Apparently, why are you being mean?
I didn't know.
There was this one show in particular that I'm talking about a few years ago. Everything was done, everything was sorted, and it, I think, fell through for a very silly reason that was way beyond my control last
What
minute,
was
like
the
some
reason?
paperwork or something.
Hey guys, I'm Shansha, and today I'm going to be having a conversation with the super talented Barkha Singh in the house. How are you doing?
I'm very good. How are you?
Very good. And usually when I begin an interview, I directly deep dive into the conversation. But I realized that now whenever I start an interview, I'm going to begin with a game. We're going to play a game of rock, paper, scissors. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, so we do 3 rounds.
Okay.
And then we decide like who's going to win.
Okay, cool.
So let's do this. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Ooh, it's 1-1. Deciding one. Rock, paper, scissors. It was a split second late. I'm going to just give it to her because we have
You
to
want
be
to
nice.
do a re and fair?
No, you don't do re or what.
Okay.
Chalo, let's do this. Stone, paper, scissors. Ooh, again. Stone, paper, scissors.
I think that was fair.
You
and
won.
square.
This is fair. So, I'm going to actually start the conversation. I'm going to take you back in time. Born in 1992. Okay. When did you realize that, hey, I want to do something in, like I want to be in front of the camera because you've been a Navy kid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, how difficult or easy was it convincing parents that, yaar, I don't want to join the armed forces?
I mean, I think pretty early on, it wasn't a realization that I want to be on camera, but I just realized I really like performing. And that I think happened in KG or first standard, which was the first time I went on stage. And I fully missed my mark. Like there was like a cross drawn, like we had a big wooden stage in school with a chalk. They had like made a cross there for my mark. I fully missed the mark, but like I gave a full poem and whatever I had to say, and I really enjoyed it. And then whenever they did like dramatics in school or like even like assembly skits, I used to be that over enthusiastic kid who used to be like, I want to do it. You make me a wave, I'll become a wave. You want to make me a tree, I'll become a tree. But I want to be on stage.
But I will stand out being a tree.
I will stand out. I will be the most atrangi tree there is.
So basically parents को वो बोलते हैं ना कि बचपन से माँ बाप को दिख जाता है कि हमारा बच्चा क्या करेगा तो दिख गया था ये.
Yeah, I don't know if they saw it or no.
Oh, we don't know that yet. Wow.
No one knows that yet, but I remember that's when it was a moment for me where I was like, okay, I really enjoy doing this. Like, I was great at, actually at sports. Like, I used to run really fast. So, but I didn't enjoy it as much. So, I never really participated as much. But I was always part of everything relating to dramatics or drama.
Of course, drama is life.
Life is drama.
What is life without drama, guys?
Exactly.
But what is the first memory that you have of walking into a cinema hall?
So we used to have these in the US club, which is a United Services Club in Colaba. They used to have these movie nights every Thursdays or every Saturdays, one of the days. So that was the first time, and they used to show everything, all movies in the theaters. So literally every week we used to watch one new film.
Wow. And what is the first memory that, like, what is the first movie you remember specifically watching, and you were probably like, damn, what is this?
I can't quite remember, but maybe something like a DDLJ.
Oh, DDLJ was it?
Yeah. I think DDLJ, that's something that I remember. I distinctly remember. Like, I think I'd also remember that, who's this person? Is he Shah Rukh Khan? And then I dated 3 Rahuls after him.
Just trying our luck. Just trying our luck.
I'm joking. Am I?
No, so after that, have you, like, when did you sit down with your parents? And एक तो ये conversation हुआ भी था कि यार I want to be a part of this world.
Okay, yes. So professionally, when I decided that, okay, I think I'm going to pick acting as something that I want to do for the rest of my life, was after college. I went to St. Xavier's College. So we had campus placements.
Townie kids for life.
So I got placed in a very, 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 very good company. I was supposed to move to Hyderabad to the head office, and
was this an IT company?
it was.
Ouch!
So I think after giving your final exams and before any of your offer letters or anything come through, you have like a month and a half, 2 months, which is when I was like, let's just audition now.
हाँ.
Audition
क्या ही होगा?
क्या ही होगा? Like I just have to travel all the way from Kolaba to Andheri or whatever. कर लेंगे.
Which is difficult, but it's okay.
It's
We'll do
okay.
it.
Yeah, I was quite free, so I was like, कर लेते हैं. And the day, then this is so dramatic. Like literally the next day, I was gonna accept my offer letter. One night before, I got confirmed for a show.
What?
Yeah. And that night, I remember telling my parents that ye hai. Obviously, my dad was like, "Arey lagi lagai job. It's a good job. It's a reputable firm. Why you not doing it?" And my mom, who's always been the more experimental person between my parents, was like, "You know what? Give it a shot. एक बार job लगी, दूसरी बार लग जाएगी."
Yeah.
And just I think just following this motto कि एक बार job लगी,
तो
दूसरी बार लग जाएगी.
जाएगी.
पता नहीं दूसरी बार show मिलेगा या नहीं, because literally no one in my family is from like
this
industry, or no one's been even remotely close to this. Everyone's in the forces. Max to max, they're doctors or engineers. Bas.
Yeah.
Okay, like
so typical white collar job.
Yeah, no one's ever gone in the creative spaces, to say the least. But that being said, my parents were very easy to convince. Yeah, because I think maybe because I'd already proved my mettle by getting a decent job, तो उनको इतना था दिमाग में कि even if she fails for 1 year,
वो हो जाएगा.
कुछ तो job मिल जाएगी इसको, कुछ तो कर लेगी, भूखी नहीं मरेगी.
But ये कभी हुआ है क्या? Because ये भी होता है. Considering like again, my parents don't belong to the
This
media
space,
field,
yeah,
this space, right? And for them, this is an outside world, like what we are doing.
Yes, yeah.
So of course they have a notion in their head कि ये होता है, ये होता है, ये होता है. And then they also have a conversation with you, because I remember my parents sitting me down and be like, listen, but we've heard about this. So how are you going to manage all of this and all of that? Was that ever a conversation that even took place? No. They were like, jao, udo.
They were like, tum jao, just keep us posted. Sometimes I used to do a lot of ads in the south. So first few years, my mom accompanied me. Like she'd never come on set or anything, but she'd be around in case. Like also for the other people to know that my mom is around, so they can't really misbehave or take advantage. Because come on, like when you're 21,
Absolutely.
22,
it's
like it's quite a risky age to be going around alone, especially when you don't know your way around. So no, I did not have a conversation. They didn't have a conversation with me. They just said, don't do anything that will bring shame. Don't do anything that will make you question yourself and your integrity. And at the end of the day, just make us proud. Jo bhi karoge. So they were they were very nice. They just said, but ye bola tha that don't do anything that will bring us shame.
Which is very
It's
important.
a very loaded statement.
It's a very loaded
they told me everything without saying anything.
And then you start thinking, wow,
what all can.
What all can happen. But now let's meet that 21-year-old Barkha, okay, who's figuring life plus this new industry out on herself.
Yeah.
Already said no to a job.
Yeah.
Which is, from
job.
a reputed firm apparently. Okay.
Apparently, why are you being mean?
I don't know. It was. So, okay, not apparently then. Okay. Parents already are somewhere on the brim कि अच्छा यार job तो थी. Why did you whatever?
Yes, yeah.
Were you scared? If this doesn't work out, what then? And I want you to be honest.
Of course. No. I think I was very bordering overconfident at that time. I'm not even lying. Like life is
fake it till you make it.
Fully, like life has definitely humbled me now a few years later. But at that time,
not a lot of people say that, bro.
But it's true.
Yeah,
it is true, and like I think there's grace in accepting it as opposed to
have to, no?
Yeah, of course. Like, and I think the more you grow, the more you're anyway humble in life, right?
Yeah.
But at that time, like I was that 21-year-old who wasn't even groomed, but like I thought I've arrived. Okay.
Well, who's holding my crown right now?
Like my self-confidence was through the roof. So I wasn't scared. In my head, I was like, you're lucky to have me.
Loves it.
Yeah. But no, I wasn't scared.
You were not scared.
I was actually just having fun. And more than anything, I was very excited. Because as I said, I always loved performing. No one in my family's ever done it. So it was all very new for me.
Yeah,
So maybe like now in hindsight, I feel that I didn't know enough to be scared for
Yeah,
something. I didn't
yeah.
know what to
But it's a
expect.
good thing.
Sometimes, yeah, I think ignorance is bliss.
Bliss, absolutely.
Sometimes, yeah.
No, but you know, has this happened to you? Considering you also said that you worked a lot in South. Uh, when somebody who's that, let's say, confident, okay, people are not used to,
Yeah.
especially people of that age, to have that kind of confidence,
Yeah.
because usually people of that age are still trying to figure out
Yeah.
what is life and
Yeah,
all of
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But for a 21-year-old to be that confident,
Yeah.
did you also intimidate people?
I don't know, yeah. Like I don't know if it's my place to say this,
Huh?
but maybe some co-actors, maybe not, but no, because like even though I might be overconfident, I was coming from a military background. I was always very disciplined. I was always on time. Never creating a fuss about working overtime. You're trained to like shut up when you have to,
Yeah.
not speak extra,
Yeah.
read the room.
Yeah.
So-
Read the room, which a lot of people don't do off late. I don't know why. Yeah, people have forgotten what is reading the room.
Reading the room, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think all these things were so ingrained growing
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Like literally, I come from a home where if you didn't say good morning or good evening or good afternoon to an uncle if you met them in the lift, डांट पड़ती थी घर पे. You can't say hi.
Yeah.
You can't say hi guys. You cannot say that.
Hi,
like
guys.
that's a no go. So like when these basic things are ingrained in your head, मतलब reading the room तो
Is basic. उससे भी ज़्यादा basic
उससे भी
है.
ज़्यादा
Makes
basic.
sense. When was it that probably mom and dad called you and they were like, yo, we saw you on screen. We're so proud of you, beta. Because I also know that you may get love and appreciation from anybody in the world. But
Yeah.
when you get that call,
Yeah.
you really feel that, yo, I genuinely
Yeah.
have won it.
Yeah. I'd done this show called Please Find Attached. We had met, I think, for
Yeah,
the first
yeah.
time for the promotions of that show. It was Please Find Attached ka first season ke baad, where my parents are like, Beta, it didn't feel like I'm watching my own daughter. You felt like another person
Yeah.
I'm watching.
Yeah.
And B, it was so real that I was lost in those few minutes of the episode.
Wow.
So it was very good.
Did we get emotional after that call?
My family does not do emotions.
No, did you get emotion?
Of course.
Yeah, did we cry, howl, did all that drama?
Of course. I mean,
Yeah.
I think in this very unsettling, certain world that we all work in, I think just getting one affirmation or reassurance
Yeah.
from your parents means everything, no?
Absolutely.
It was a big deal for me.
Yeah.
And it just gave me the motivation to keep going and like to keep, I don't know, trying to do better,
Yeah.
trying to get better work, trying to work on myself, on my skill, which is obviously still a very, very ongoing process.
Yeah. But as actors, usually this is what most of the actors do, right? Like, let's say you're reading a scene, probably it's a full dramatic family scene. You usually, it's like acting is like opening up a Pandora's box in your head, taking something from your life, showcasing it. It's like a magician's job and then putting it back.
Yes.
But let's say for somebody like you who probably didn't come from that family where there was that much expression happening, how do you then, like, what is your referral point? What do you go back?
Movies. All the Suraj Bharjati.
Oh,
all the Surajji. all the movies. Karanji.
Karanji. Nice.
All the romance has come from there. The family has come from Suraj's those films. So like, and also like friendships. Like when you're talking about expressing love, expressing emotions, there are all kinds of love.
Yeah.
I've been blessed to have some great, overly expressive friends. So maybe a part of me must have channelized that energy, that kind of expression.
Yeah.
The rest of it came from films. The rest of it just came like being in the moment with, because also there's a lot of give and take between co-actors.
Absolutely.
Right? So maybe I'm lucky enough to work with a bunch of co-actors who gave that space where we could express, where we could get together and create like, warm scenes that bring tears to your eyes, scenes that bring a smile to your face. So I think, I think it's a combination of a whole bunch of factors. Like Shah Rukh Khan, for example, like, he lost his dad very early on.
Yeah.
But yet he's able to show such a wholesome family atmosphere in his films, in the films that he has done.
Yeah.
So I think that just kind of proves the point where
very
you...
well said, Barkha.
Thanks.
Good job, yo. Look at you.
Now, do you want to say apparently?
Apparently. No, I will not say apparently.
I'm actually a little salty about that.
Oh, wow. You don't have to be salty
I'm
with me, yo. Okay. Now, I want to ask you this.
Yeah.
That as actors, there are times you play a character, okay, and then you may not even realize it, but you've taken that person home with you.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then somebody probably has to shake you and be like, yo, you're not this person. Which character was it?
Sometimes when you're acting and when you're off screen, it takes time to find yourself again.
Yeah.
Whichever the character might be.
And people don't realize
And
that.
people don't realize that, and sometimes even you don't realize
realize
that.
it. Yeah.
Where I've caught myself consciously checking myself that, Barkha, is this you or are you performing? Even in a social setting.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
But a lot of people are. Trust me when I say this. Trust me when I say this, a lot of people are performing.
That is true, but you get my
I get your point. Absolutely
like,
get your point.
you don't know sometimes, you can let your
Guards
guard
down.
down.
Yeah.
Or like when you are actually just being yourself, or when you are pretending to be yourself.
Yeah.
At least when I try to do a role, I try to internalize it and try to make it as natural and instinctive as possible.
Yeah.
Like when I'm doing a scene, obviously there'll be notes from the director, notes from the creative people that, okay, this is what the actor will do. There's certain things written in the script in terms of movement. But a large part of it also comes to me instinctively. Like there have been times in the middle of a scene I've moved things around, like done some activity, done like changed some setting, opened my hair, done something to my co-actor.
Yeah.
And like I've done this in Criminal Justice also, which Pankaj
Oh.
saw. So like just office scenes, normal, and he's
Yeah.
so amazing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like he, I think, is, you throw anything at him and he's gonna be able to
He's
run
like a
with
sponge.
it. Yeah,
He
yeah.
absorbs it.
So like in our office scenes and all, also while talking and all, I've moved props and everything, and probably he's had to use that prop in his line. But like he's done something else and made the
Yeah.
scene even better.
Yeah, yeah.
And Rohan
Yeah.
sir's just like,
What is happening?
आपस में कर लो तुम लोग."
आप लोग ही कर लो, decide क्या करना है.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I think because a lot of it comes very instinctively.
Yeah.
That's why it stays with you.
Yeah.
Like for example, I've done this character called Aisha in Masaba Masaba.
Yeah.
Where she's stone cold. She's very sweet, very nice, but she's stone cold.
Yeah.
And I, as a person, I'm a chatty guy. Like I like being friendly,
Yeah.
etc. Because of which my hand movements are a lot and all of that. Exactly.
It's a Leo thing, guys.
It's a Leo thing. But Aisha's character in Masaba Masaba was stoic. Okay, she was stone cold. She was stoic. She just like needed to look around. That I think stayed in me and with me for a while. Till my sister was like, "Itna ban kyun rahi hai?"
Trust your family to get you below the ground. Not
Below,
even grounded. Not even
Get you
grounded. It's below.
underground,
Yeah. They'll be like, please पानी भरो जाके. But ये होता है अभी भी घर पे.
Oh yeah.
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 No like actual behavior.
No,
Parents
none.
are like, जाओ उधर ये करो
None
काम.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is technically the place जहाँ पे everything is out and you are just you.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Now this I think is a quality is going to take you longer, and I'll tell you why I'm saying this. Okay, because whenever a person sitting opposite me talks, I am also kind of analyzing you as a person.
Okay. You're basically judging the person.
No, I'm not judging the person. I'm actually mind reading a lot of your traits and where they come from. Okay. I want to, and that was actually going to be my next question. That this quality of yours that you have, that you're friendly and all of that, does it also come from a space that, hey, remember that thing our parents told us that kuch aise mat karna which can bring us shame?
Yes.
Which also means you have to be respectful towards everybody.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does that come from that space also? Okay, yaar, I have to be nice to people. I can't be a bitch.
Yeah, and I feel I've just over the years of being, I started saying that like time and experiences humble you. They also teach you that whenever you choose kindness, you can never go wrong in choosing kindness. Like literally, and I know this sounds like a full Miss Universe answer, but it's very true.
It is.
It is very true. Like even like when I was in my overconfident days, I did kind of sometimes, like say
Give a
things.
side eye.
Oh yeah, give a side eye or say like be a little snarky.
Were you salty like me? Apparently.
But like whatever, like say ulta jawab de diya or whatever. But now I just don't do it because A, you need to really pick and choose your battles.
Yeah.
And B, yeah, like literally you lose nothing by being nice.
That's true.
So like if you can say this, and honestly more often than not, अगर आपको कोई चीज अच्छी नहीं लग रही है, if you actually say it in a nice way, there's a 99.9% probability it's going to be taken care of.
Yeah.
As opposed to if you say it in a not very nice way, there's a 50% probability if it will be taken care of.
Yeah.
Because everyone's going to be like,
who are
the
you?
hell are you?
Yeah.
Shut
and nowadays
up.
people don't have time to deal with any
No
of these
one
drama.
has time to deal. And
Yeah.
also, like, see, you wouldn't like to be spoken to in a bad way. No one
Absolutely.
treats anyone badly purposely to do it. They'll do
Yeah.
it because of budget constraints. They do it because they have other things to do. They do it because of 100 different reasons.
Yeah.
But we take ourselves so seriously that we
Yeah.
take it personally. But you know, all you need to do is just bring it to this person's notice that, hey, this is happening. Is there something we can do about it?
Yeah.
More often than not, people
Will sort
inherently
it.
are nice.
Yeah.
They will sort it out for
Yeah.
you. So I
Yeah.
think it's just experiences and just a lot of learning, self growth. I'm also a spiritual person. Like I like
Yeah.
to kind of, yeah,
Wow.
I like to meditate and like self examine and everything. So my conclusion, my learned conclusion after all of that
Is
is
kindness.
yeah, is be nice, be kind.
That makes sense.
It'll actually like keep you sorted for a lot of things.
Yeah. Did we go through this zone that probably we auditioned for something? We excited for this project. Okay. We were about to call people and be like, yo, I'm a part of this. And it's almost like the cake came till here and then.
Yeah, so many times.
Yeah. And how
so
do we
many
deal with
times.
that?
Cry.
Yeah.
Not for all auditions, but there have been some. There was this one show in particular that I'm talking about a few years ago, and everything was done, everything was sorted, and it I think fell through for a very silly reason that was way beyond my control last
What
minute,
was
like
the
some
reason if you-
paperwork or something, man.
Bro, that you can't lose a show to that.
एक तो I signed out of that agency first thing. First thing I moved out of that agency. I'm
Yeah.
like, guys,
One job you had, paperwork.
and like that also was after like a good 4 rounds of audition. You know how they
Yeah,
do, right?
yeah.
First, like you do a
And
audition.
this is not going to be 4 rounds in 10 days. This is going to be 4 rounds in
like
3
2
months.
months, yeah. You know, and after all of that, I get that role. My clothes, ghadi ka digits were removed as per my wrist, yeah. And then because of a silly, stupid thing, it didn't work.
Wow.
And Shravan, I cried. Because that felt really bad because I'd connected, I'd read the script, I'd read the lines, I'd read with the director,
Yeah.
all of it, and no one could do anything because it was a paperwork thing.
Damn.
And it was so silly.
Did we end up watching when it released?
No.
No?
I didn't have it in me to watch.
You still haven't?
No.
Also, the internet keeps talking about girlfriend ho to Barkha Singh.
Oh my god.
Q. Why? Let's talk about that. What's with this girlfriend vibe that you're carrying?
I don't know.
So now what you've done technically is every person, every guy out there looking for a girlfriend, they're like, hey yaar, Barkha Singh trait 1, 2, 3. No, sorry, rejected. It's literally rejected. It's like
Oh,
2 from K3G happening. So you've set the standard very high now for girls. ठीक है, ये of course consciously तो नहीं हुआ है, ये काफी subconsciously है, but हमको पता ही हो रहा है.
Yeah, I mean, I did see a couple of memes.
How did we deal with that?
I was like, oh my god.
Look at
Stop!
Stop, guys!
Stop! But I think it's also because of the characters I have portrayed in the past, whether it was, you know, in Majama when I'm playing, you know, like that sweet.
Majama character, love that.
So sweet, no, she is,
Loves
Isha.
it.
So cute, yeah. So maybe because it's that, or it's the Great Weddings of Munnes when I played Mahi, or Please Find Attached Me, Sanya, or you know, even Lafange, which is my the newest show that I was part of. Ishita, like a lot of people connected with her, though without giving spoilers, she's not been the sweetest.
Yeah.
But there've been so many girls who've been like, this is what I wanted to say to my boyfriend. Now I think I'll just show him the scene. Yeah, but like
referral point. You're the referral point.
Now. I think also because the past characters that I have done have shown different facets of
being
girlfriends. So I think.
No, but I also feel the past characters that you've done, besides, you know, showing facets of being a girlfriend, it's also shown facets of what a modern woman today looks like.
Yeah.
Because initially, if you actually go back to cinema, a woman was at least written like, if she's, you know, a strong, independent woman, then she has to be a badass and she'll carry that face everywhere.
Yeah.
And if she is one of the domesticated ones, then she'll be like a doormat.
Yeah, she'll be like
There
a
was no in
sweetie.
between.
Yeah,
And bro,
yeah.
like none of us live life in black and white. It's
Yeah,
always gray, right?
exactly. Yeah.
So I think a lot of your characters I have actually given that to people. And that's why
Exactly.
the relatability factor comes
Relatability
in.
is there. Yeah, I think so. And also, as you very like beautifully put it, like they've all been independent women in their own
Ways.
ways and in their own lives. And I think just embodying that kind of I don't know, must have developed a likability factor in a lot of people. Also, like I do a bunch of videos on my social media
Yeah.
where, again, which things people like to watch or
Watch, yeah.
relate to. So maybe, I don't know, man. Like I'm just enjoying it. I love it.
No, but from that, to take
Yeah.
from that and then go on a show like Criminal Justice, okay, where एक तो सबसे पहले it's a completely different ball game
Yes.
altogether.
Yeah.
तो मुझे ये जानना है that when you did you audition for Criminal Justice?
Of course.
And when you audition for it, एक तो ये कितना difficult हो जाता है एक actor के लिए
हाँ.
कि एक तो लोगों को पसंद आ जाओ एक रोल में, फिर आपको ऑडियंस छोड़ो, आपको कास्टिंग डायरेक्टर्स भी फिर ब्रैकेट कर देते कि अरे आप तो ये कर सकती है, ठीक है, फिर आपको वो एक तो तोड़ना है. सो देन इट बिकम्स लाइक चिकन एंड एग वाला सिचुएशन कि आप अगर रोल नहीं दोगे तो मैं प्रूफ कैसे करूंगी, नहीं पर पहले आप प्रूफ करो पर रोल नहीं मिल रहा है, यू नो व्हाट आई मीन. तो वो एक तो होता है, ठीक है. देन टू ब्रेक फ्रॉम दैट एंड देन बी अ पार्ट ऑफ अ शो लाइक क्रिमिनल जस्टिस व्हिच इज already
it's got a great track record,
and the kind of fan following it has. How did we navigate through all of that, I say?
So actually, very honestly and full disclosure, I've been trying to land roles that are different from what I'm doing for a while now. There's another show I've done which is due to release hopefully later this year or early next year.
Okay.
That's also in a very different space from what
you've done before. Yeah.
And Criminal Justice, I was very excited to audition for it.
Yeah.
Again, very nervous because it was very different from what
Yeah.
I've done. Nandini, Shrikant, and Karan Mali were casting for it. And when Karan called me, I was like, thank you, Karan.
Somebody saw me.
Thank you so much for like just considering me in this. Let me just test it. Dekha jayega, jo hoga. I think the first step like to answer your question about how you navigate it, the first step starts from visually changing how you look.
Oh.
In my audition, I didn't want to look like Barkha. So, I didn't want to have open hair. I didn't want like little, like, like a cute lip gloss on or any defining features which I feel as like my go-to things. I firstly steered clear from that. So I think and as you rightly said, it's for the makers and the casting directors, that's the first step.
Because it's visual, of course.
Exactly. To change their perception is the first step. And how do you make that easy is the first visual cue they see. When they open up my audition tape, if I'm not looking like me, at least they'll have that much trust to give that tape those 4-5 minutes to see the tape.
Yeah.
Because if I go there not looking only like the character, they won't even see the tape. Yeah, they're all really busy people.
Absolutely.
And I think you just need to also kind of understand what you're getting into and do everything you can from your end to make it easy for them to visualize you in different roles. And I'm very hopeful that after seeing me in Criminal Justice, a lot of other makers, producers, directors,
they
casting
have to,
directors.
because honestly, you're very good at it.
Thanks.
And you did manage to surprise me because I was like, what? Internet's favorite girlfriend didn't think this was coming my way.
Yeah.
But were you also scared to, just stand in front of the camera and the Pankaj Tripathi as your co-star? Because that dude is a baller.
Yes.
And you know that when he's standing next to you, even the fact that to match his energy and his acting skill, that itself, takes a lot. How did you do that?
So obviously I was very, 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 very times 1,000 scared.
And nervous.
And nervous. But Pankaj sir is such a gem of an actor to work with. He rehearses with you.
Oh.
Yeah. And like he
so
knows
cool,
it. Exactly. He'll come on set, he'll read the lines with you once, then he'll rehearse, and then like if he's coming up with something, he'll be like, अच्छा मैं ना ऐसा करूँगा, तो अगर तुमको ठीक लगे तो तुम ऐसा कर लेना, नहीं ठीक लगे तो कुछ और कर लेना. So he's very chill, and I think because he's also like an actor who's worked his way to the top.
Yeah.
So he understands
the zone.
He understands the zone. He understands the thought process and the mind space his co-actors might be in. And I think he very gracefully, maneuvers through that. And also, I think to share screen space with Pankaj sir, you need to surrender to the process because he is a very organic actor.
Yeah.
He does it all very naturally, apne tarike mein. So I think the trick is also to you also let loose, be fluid in the scene, reach a state of flow, and just surrender to the scene.
Yeah.
फिर जो हो रहा है, be in
And then
your
camera
character.
also adds its own magic.
Exactly, and be in the character and just do what the character would do. And I think that has worked for me.
Perfect. Okay, it's the manifestation hour. What we're going to manifest is we're going to manifest 3 directors that we want to work with.
Okay.
And 3 genres. Go for it.
Murder mystery.
Okay.
So more of like investigative mystery, not murder, because murder
like
comes
Sherlock
under crime. Kind of, yeah, Sherlock-ish. Crime is, when I'm talking about crime, I'm talking about like the underworld, the cartel.
Wow.
Right?
Loves.
And third, I think, is action.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
you'd look good in it. Okay, 3 directors now, ma'am.
Okay, so I think every girl's dream SLB.
Absolutely. Period drama.
Right?
Homecoming.
Right?
We need to do.
But Zoya Akhtar.
Yeah.
For sure. I love her work.
Yeah, it's also realism.
It's
Max
so,
Pro.
yeah, exactly. Imtiaz Ali. Yes. Love the way stories. He portrays his characters.
Love story.
And
we're doing one more bonus. Go for it.
Neeraj Pandey.
Yeah.
I think, he's
someone. Good action. That's where the action comes.
I think he's someone I need to work with. Yeah, I need it.
So, if any of y'all, which I know y'all will, when y'all watch this interview, your names are taken here. Please, y'all know who's ready for an audition. Please cast. And if you cast, 10% comes here. For what joy, I have no idea.
It's okay. For love.
Thanks. God has been kind today. Okay, the last one coming your way, honestly. If today the 18-year-old Barkha was sitting here, what would you like to tell her?
What would I like to tell her? Girl, it's not as easy as you think. Stay strong, be good, you'll go a long way.
Ooh.
Yeah, man, like there's no reason to play victim or self-pity or anything.
We've been
strong and we'll continue to be strong. And I love your ring.
Thanks,
You're welcome.
No, but also the fact that, it takes a lot of time for an actor to change the way the audience look at them, and the fact that you've done it.
Yeah.
Good job on that.
I hope I've done it.
You have. I'm telling you. Okay. The fact that when I saw you in Criminal Justice, and I'm like, bro, I didn't know that was coming. So the fact that you did that, so good job to you for that.
Thank you.
Also, you have Teco had 2 big releases in the same month. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
When's the party at? Tell us. We'll be there.
Wherever. I just got back. I was traveling for a month. Yeah. Unfortunately. And when I booked these travels, it was part work, part leisure. When I booked them, I had no idea these shows are going to release, because I was waiting for a year for something to release, and both of these released in the same week. Okay, and I wasn't there for both.
But it's okay. The fact that you're getting the love, bro, that's
100%, and very grateful for it. And honestly, and I can't be more truthful than this, I really hope this is the beginning of a new chapter in my life as an actor, where I can
energies and
where I can kind of explore more.
No, for sure, because like we discussed this also, that the fact what you've done in Criminal Justice, that is only going to get you more work in different genres. And of course, the fact that we've named different genres right now and directors. I mean, bro, I know you have next year's film. Next year,
my mom's gonna adopt you. Such a sweet, positive child.
Next year, you're going to be on a Sanjay Bhansali set, manifesting that. Yeah, you're going to manifest that. And if that happens, you have to call me and tell me, bro, this happened.
And your 10%.
Yeah, no, 10%, bro, you can keep, bro. That's fine. Okay? So thank you so much. Honestly,
so much.
Thank you so much for being as nice. And, very rarely does somebody sit across the couch and, don't have a filter. And I like that.
Thanks.
So be this person you are, because I think that's going to take you a long way. And we need that.
Thank
because
you.
Like I said, right, people forget that off camera acting nahi karni hoti. Kar lete hain bahut. So guys, mat karo. On that note, I'm going to see you super soon.
Yes.
Till then, this one is a wrap.